Hey guys, in this video I am going to show you how I create a scenery for objects that create the illusion for a hologram effect. So this episode is totally a part of modeling. So I start with the deleting this plane cause I don't need anymore. So I just select the plane, press X and delete it. This episode is totally about the modeling, so for this episode I don't need a Susan anymore, so I hide it. But before I hide, first I take a measure to create a perfect size of plate. So I add a circle and the left side of the box is show the circle property where we can change the vertices and radius as per needed. This property box can only appear in one time, so take properly, and for making the plate I just select the 40 vertices. By scaling the circle by press S, so I think it is perfect for the monkey's head, so I hide the monkey's head now. Now I select the circle and by pressing tab to go edit mode. These are the 40 vertices that we set up earlier. Now all the vertices are selected, so I pressing E to extrude them and press right click to set their default position. Now scale to reduce the size. Here I unhide the monkey's head for the measurement. So by scaling I just adjust the proper size just because this monkey head can properly fit between these two plates. Okay, so selecting with inner circle, I grab it by pressing G and pull it up in Z direction by pressing Z. I think this height of the plate is correct. So now selecting with same inner circle, I again press E to extrude it and press right click to set it default position and scale in size. So it creates some space where we can add a light. Here I extrude again so I can make inner body. So I just scale in reduce in size and press GZ to create inner body. So here I turn on X-ray mode so I can increase and decrease its height exactly. I am just now creating this inner area. In the most of the animation part, I use the simply three fundamental. Press G to grab it, press S to scale it, and press E to extrude it. So by selecting inner circle, press E to extrude again and pull down in Z direction. So now it's look thicker part of inside body. Now there is no need to do any extra part of modeling. Just need to connect this inside circle with the outside of the circle. For connect to circle, select both the circle together by pressing shift, select edge selection mode and press right click and select bridge edge loop so that we can see the connection between two. So here the outer part of the plate is ready. Now by pressing tab again we will back to object mode and I select the shade auto smooth by pressing right click. You can also turn on the shade auto smooth in the data property. Select the normal and check mark the auto smooth button. So now our plate is look smooth. Now here I am add some loop cut to do. First go to the edit mode and press Ctrl R to add loop cut and place it on slightly upper part from the border. So it's look like this. I place it here because I want to add a lighting at the border like this. Now I go to the top view by pressing numpad 7 and delete these three part out of 4 so that no matter how many details I added in just only single part instead of doing in all part. And after completing this single part I just use the simply mirror modifier. So now I have a little piece of plate so I can add some detail over here. Now I am adding a two loop cut for the upper lighting so that I add two loop cut one by pressing Ctrl R. One place the left side of the corner and second place the right side of the corner. By selecting the face selection mode, I select the lighting part and press E to extrude under the Z direction. Now it will appear that the lighting is coming from the below. Here at the corner the two faces are left, so I just select it and press X to delete it. Now going back to the top view and add another loop cut for the designing. You can also do it in your way by giving some loop cut to add some more detail. Now I just select some part and extrude it so it can create some detail. So it's look like the dark part of the image. Now I add two loop cut vertically by pressing Ctrl R at the middle of the circle. So I create a little cutoff here. After placing both loop cut, select the face selection menu and select these two parts and press E to extrude it. So there will become a little gap over here. Now I place the circle part over the gap. For making this circle, I add a circle and scale down its size by S. This circle is not a part of body right now, but we can join it later. So back to circle by tap to edit mode and press F to fill it. For a thickness, I extrude it in Z direction and press S to scale in size. Now I press I to insert it. Now E to extrude again and pull it down in Z direction. And same way press right click and shade auto smooth. Now we have to place this circle over the gap. So place the circle by grabbing G in the top view, set it proper at the middle of the plate and grabbing in Z direction in the side view. Here circle has come to its place but it didn't set right. To set proper, I set the camera to circle side view and press R to rotate it. So now it is properly arranged by little rotation. So it's look like it's set properly, but I take it out a little bit. Pressing G and double Z. Here's how single Z and double Z can be performed. The single XYZ can be used for the global movement and the double XYZ can be used for the object rotation movement. Same way, by selecting its face, I pull it out a little by G double Z. For now, our both objects are different. So selecting both them together and press Ctrl J to join it. Now these two separate parts are united. So let me show you how can I join these four parts by using mirror modifier. So go to the modifier section, add modifier and search mirror modifier. So after selecting X and Y both axes together, it creates the whole circle. But here a little face is remain. So now I first close both X and Y axis and here I go to the edit mode and select this face and press X to delete it. If you now turning back on to X and Y axis, you can see that the problem is solved. So our plate is ready. Now if you unhide the monkey's head, you can see it can be fit the proper on the plate. So in the next episode, we have to give this plate material, but I will also give the material in one piece only. So I select this plate and remove the mirror modifier. But we forget to add a pillar, so I press Ctrl Z to bring it back its mirror modifier. And for adding pillar, I add a cylinder. In the cylinder property, I will also keep the vertices 40 here. And I keep its size same as the size of its plate. And place under the plate so it's look like a pillar. You can also add some detail on the pillar. Now I remove the mirror modifier of the plate and give it back after the giving material. So in the next episode I will show you by adding some material and also show how we can give a different material to the same object. So meet you in the next class.